Do you think that God hides in fear of what he himself created? Anyway, back to this game with the nightmares and stuff. There's a small group of female employees standing by your neighbor's house. You wonder what they're talking about. Maybe they're taking soil samples? Looking for somewhere to set up a base? Oh boy. Things don't go great. Family day! Aw, it's the day that his family's house burns down. The charred husks of the teenagers' bodies are lying on the ground. It looks like they've been there all day. Two female employees are standing next to the bodies and writing something down. It's a good thing they showed up to take away the corpses. At the beginning of the game, they have the gall to say it's a good thing FEMA showed up. You hate to think of what kind of diseases could spread if the decaying flesh was left out to rot out there. You see a group of armed soldiers at the window. Apparently it's a small squad that they sent here from the city to provide security for FEMA employees. You hear some fragments of information about a pale man with a bare torso. Maybe they want to track down the creepy visitor. Okay, so I think FEMA's here and they're gonna take somebody. Like last time. Don't take the tall man, I want to be able to actually see where his story goes. He died immediately last time. I think he was dead already at this point, right? Oh, that's not FEMA. Y'all, hey, get over here. Howdy. I'm not letting you in. Is your door nice and sturdy? Never know what might happen to it. You understand? I've got a gun. Delicious. Despair gives courage to the coward, yes? So, you alone? No, I'm not alone. It's your lucky day. I can hear someone whispering inside. But who knows where they'll be in a few days? Oh, he's just gone. I'm always tempted to say that I'm not alone, that I am alone when I'm not alone, just to see if it does something else. But I don't want to risk it because the game doesn't let you have saves. Really. Howdy. Y'all home? Are you looking for someone? Ain't looking for nobody. Mama just needs a place to lay her head, darling. Whole darn neighborhood got cleared out. Ain't no one knows where to. I've been running ever since, looking for a place to hunker down. Why'd they evict you? Said our building took a mighty solar hit or some wackadoo like that. Yellow fella rushed in, threw folks out on their heinies. Grabbed a few of them up too. Told others to get like nothing happened. Oh, bless your heart. Just don't go open up for any of them yellows that come knocking. I don't like the way you say it that way because it sounds racial, even though I know you mean FEMA. The second you do, they'll be dragging us both off to God knows where. And then here they come, right? So, we meet again. I remember things were a bit different last time we crossed paths, yet we remain alive. It's a strange thing. I don't know how to explain it. I'd like to start a conversation with a divination. Tell my fortune by choosing a page in this book. Where should I open to? Somewhere towards the beginning. The dead soon shall speak, but none will heed their words. Goodness me. How shockingly relevant. Though I suppose it's not much of a surprise to hear that now. What does it mean? I need to think it through carefully. Do you have any insights to offer? Anyway, I only came here to tell you something. Events will soon begin to unfold. You need to be ready. It may sound strange, but the cat must enter. I cannot explain how, yet I am certain it will help you. You can choose what you do with this information, of course. As for me, I think I'll have a ponder on the deeper meanings of your divination. Okay? Bye. Yeah, he always talks like we've met before. And I can definitely confirm that's the first time we've seen each other this time. Looks like someone died tonight. God damn it. Good afternoon. Here's the news. FEMA has taken new measures to address the ongoing visitor invasion. As of now, they have organized quarantine zones to detain potentially dangerous suspects. FEMA also identified a new visitor sign after experimenting with those detained. Blood red eyes. According to resorts, FEMA discovered this sign after observing detained visitors. Noting the creatures have increased photosensitivity, causing their eyes to become inflamed and red. That's all for now. Stay calm and don't leave the house during the day. Next up, a report on FEMA, but first, a word from our sponsors. Once upon a time, two brothers lived near a dam. The daily splashing of water made the river foam like a crisp beverage on a summer day. Later in life, the image of their childhood in mind, the two brothers started Bober Brewery together. Since then, Bober Cerny has become one of the best-selling beers both at home and in bars. Bober Cerny beer. Drink the good stuff. Drink a lot. And then Forrest. FEMA, what is it, and why was it formed? The Federal Emergency Management Agency is a special government service that is formed to ease the emerging crisis. They're helping to address the many problems caused by the visitors' invasion. It's not known for sure what exactly the agency is working on, but we can say with confidence that our fate is in reliable hands. The agency is made up of experts in various fields, including many distinguished scientists and noted researchers. If a FEMA employee appears on your doorstep, we recommend you cooperate with them and follow their instructions. Remember, help us help you. Support FEMA and join the fight against the visitors. Welcome. It's time for I Want to Believe, a program where we'll uncover mysteries and government conspiracies. I wish there was a continue button. Today we'll be discussing the truth about the visitors with a special guest, a doctor of science and respected employee of... Wait, what? He's not coming. How did they steal all of his documents? There was mountains of information in there. Damn it. I knew we wouldn't be allowed to reveal the truth. Motherfuck. That's funny. God damn it. Conjunctivitis Awareness Day. That's very funny. Is that just pink eye? Conjunctivitis. Inflammation of the conjunctiva of the eye. Great. Pink eye. Yeah, it's just pink eye. So just to call it out, the game is like, FEMA says this is the magic way of telling that somebody's a visitor, and our own calendar is like, it's Conjunctivitis Awareness Day. Remember how this is a normal condition that normal people have? Are you ready to shoot somebody over it? Are you ready to shoot somebody over the disease that you get from using a public VR set? How's the neighbor doing? Hey neighbor, thanks for calling. Honestly, I'm still shaken up by all this. The murders, the soldiers, FEMA. They even showed up at my door last night. Asked about people staying here, scribbled something on a tablet, and then... One of them took someone out of my house. Where did they take them? Hell if I know. They said it was for tests. I thought that all these soldiers and government officials would fix things. Should have known better than to think they'd help us or get us to a safe place. Good thing they didn't take your daughter. No way in hell I'm ever letting that happen. Over my dead body. If those bastards so much as lay a finger on her, I'll tear them apart. What is FEMA? I don't know. Nobody really knows much about them. They came out of nowhere, acting like they've got everything under control. But how do they even spot the signs when they're all just normal human traits? Feels like they're not telling us the whole truth. Take care. Thanks. Never thought we'd end up living through interesting times. The sun, the visitors, now FEMA. So many questions, not a single damn answer. Neighbor, I need to ask something of you. If something happens to me, promise me you'll look after my daughter. I promise. Thank you, neighbor. I knew I could count on you. Alright, I gotta go. Stay strong. It's not really up to you, though. You can promise, but you can't actually make sure she'll stay. So I don't think you can resist FEMA in any real way. If they just decide to take her, you're just kind of fucked. What's interesting to me about this game is that I've played so many games that try to simulate really specific things, like Citizen Sleeper and stuff like that, like being like, oh, this is a commentary on this specific concept, and all the systems are based around simulating that idea or commenting on that specific idea. But in a funny way, both a strength but oftentimes like a weakness of those games is the fact that they're recognizable mechanically as video games that are fair on some level. So like the stakes can be cruel, but like on some level the part where it's a video game that you can actually just play wins out. And this game kind of seems like it decided to do the opposite, and it's like, no, we're going to commit so hard to simulating the concept that you really are just going to deal with the paranoia and indecision and uncertainty on all your choices, and you might genuinely not even have a way of dealing with it. I don't know if the average player of this game ever hits a point where they really know what they're doing, which is wild. Seven 487. They say the number of orders per day, which is a weird way of putting it, because it seems like it's like per week or something, or per every, like there's a number, you have to wait a few days before ordering again each time. Okay, so he's still here. Well, my least favorite character's dead. That means one of you is a visitor. Yes? Was there something you wanted? Everything okay? Why do you ask? Do you have a fever? I'm not the one with the fever, it's the whole fucking planet. Everywhere you look, someone's dying. The glaciers are melting. The forests are ablaze. The world is burning. The planet is trying to shake us off like blood-bloated fleas. One day it'll succeed, you know. And don't think it'll be painless. Ugh. Fuck off, please. I don't feel well. Seems like he's sick. Somebody killed this guy, and we learned... one of the things I was wondering about is whether or not rooms matter. And this verifies that it doesn't seem to matter, because nobody else was in this room, and he's dead. So I believe it doesn't matter what room the visitor's in, which means we can't use that to narrow it down, which is a bit rough. I'm listening, human. Speak. Well, the sun's burned up a lot of people somehow. You're right. All seeds of evil, human. The Holy Sun decided to punish them for all the sins of 1,000 years. And the visitors, those shadow-mad blasphemers, have begun to reach out for the sun. But the sun is not for them. No, not for the claws of filthy subterranean dwellers, but for us, for humans. It belongs to us. It's a blessing unto mankind, and praise fucking be. His random swearing is made funnier by his like human talk. Obviously, the fact that he refers to humans as a unit makes it weird, and it makes you suspect that he might be a visitor. But like everyone's designed to make you think they're a visitor. That one man's too long. A lot of people just look weird. They act weird. The Among Us guy, like, first of all, he's wearing an Among Us shirt as just referencing the very concept of imposters in another popular game. When that guy smiles, he looks like he's having to manually control every muscle in his face, and has never done it before. So his smile looks like the smile from Who is Leela? Was that, or Lila? Was that the game? Who's Lila? I played that like a year ago, I think, and I don't remember the exact name. Leela? It's the one where you have to, they took the mini game at the beginning of Mario 64 where you drag his face around, and they made a game around that basically, where you drag around people's facial expression, your character's facial expressions to try to like pretend to be a human, essentially. How many more people need to be burned up to satisfy the sun? Many. And believe you me, friend, this is far from over. It has only just begun. The weight of our ashes on the scale of sin has yet to tilt the balance against the forces of the universe. More must burn in the righteous flames of the sun. But know this, my friend, the martyrs shall not die in vain. Someday, we will all understand the sun's true plan. Damn it, sometimes in the night I feel like my wife's leaving me all over again. She was such a saintly woman, but also a total bitch. What? Interesting to acknowledge that those two things are not necessarily in alignment. Yeah. Okay. Oh, darling, please don't let nobody in. Why did FEMA evict you? Why didn't they talk to you? Hell if I know, darling. Those fellas in suits, can't get no read on them. Always marching around, barking orders. Who do they reckon they are, anywho? Bet they don't know jack, just acting all high and mighty. Say, they've been knocking on y'all door too? Y'all door? Yes, and one of them keeps hanging around this place. Technically, no, we haven't encountered FEMA yet. He's like kind of arrived too early for those interactions. Yes. Dag nabbit, I ought to rip them suits off them and boot them straight into their own pens. Let them see what it's like down here among the real folks. I need to test you. What does you want check, darling? Teeth. Bless your heart. What teeth, darling? Go on, take yourself a good look. I mean, oh fuck. Okay. Well, those are in fact teeth, though, so I don't know why I said what teeth. Why are the top and bottom teeth so different? Is what's getting me. Huh. What's interesting is they gave you a game about discrimination and freaking out about who is and isn't an imposter. And then they give you the freakiest looking teeth constantly. And then they tell you actually perfect teeth are a sign that somebody's a visitor. The weirder their teeth, the better. And you're like, what? Because you're intuitively, if you see someone's teeth, you'd be like, oh, they seem like a merman. Like they seem to have monster teeth. Like it goes beyond any dental situation I've seen, at least in a lot of the cases. So, what? An old gal like me wanting for veneers, so now she ain't got no right to live no more? Check her eyes. Darling, I've always had busted vessels in my eyes. Don't see how you reckon you'll figure I'm a visitor with that. Oh, geez. Somebody's a visitor. Her eyes are so strange. But, like, I don't know what that means. Because, yeah, like, I think I've shot somebody that had, like, really fucked up weird pupils that, like, looked like they're like a goat's or something. And you're like, no, that was a human. You're like, what the fuck? So what now? Hands? That one ain't gonna work. Growing old ain't a joy, darling. Oh, Jesus. Don't even remember what this here sickness is called, but my dang nail's been falling clean off. Hurts like hell, I'll tell you what. They always have a story for every sign. And if we don't know what the signs are, because they tell us that certain things are signs, but then we don't know if those are true or not. We let her in and someone got murdered. I don't know if people murder on their first night or not. If they're let in. It's a little unfair if they do, but the game's like that. The other guy had missing teeth and clean nails, so it was all it was all negatives. Somebody already killed, but if I'm wrong, then that's just another person dead, while also still having the visitor, and then you rapidly run out of people. This game stresses me out, man. Don't you fret, darling. These hands still know how to protect my brood. Go on, honey. Shoot. Once Mama's gone, my brood will come. They'll come for every last one of y'all. What the fuck? What? Okay, that makes her sound like a visitor. What is she saying? Okay, it did the freaky thing. She was the visitor. Okay. Okay. I think when there's trash bags that are human, like the body gets bagged up, upsettingly into separate bags. But yeah, I think that the most clear sign is that when you get a weird ghost thing on the screen, that's definitely a visitor. If they get back, did I say they get bagged up? They're visitors or humans? I think they're human if they get bagged up, and if they have a ghost on the screen, a jump scare, then they were a visitor. Okay, I found the visitor. I say in singular terms because that's the only one, right? No more visitors, please. Man, it's stressing me out. Okay. Let's check this guy again. If you had more... You have so little stamina, otherwise it'd be tempting to keep checking people over and over again and be like, do these symptoms change over time? That's something to wonder about, right? Like, what if they straight up change their status on certain things over time? Like, what if you had, somebody could even become infected and become a visitor mid-run? Hands, fingernails caked with dirt or a sign, then they could just wash their hands. You're saying a gardener would automatically become a visitor then? Fucking nonsense. Check my nails. Look at his long hands. Well, my visitor? Don't think so. Well, he's alive so far. At least I get to keep talking to him. He sounds ill, though, so I wonder if he's just going to die on his own or something. Which would not be helpful, either. So, someone got murdered and I shot somebody, but it seems that like I successfully found the visitor so far. So I currently have 2 tenants total, but FEMA will probably take one of them soon, so that sucks. Such is my life. Your neighbor's house, which he just painted white, is now charred blacker than black. Seems like the fire is still blazing even now. Could someone have burned it down on purpose? What happened to your neighbor's family? Is anyone still alive? Worried thoughts swirl in your head, and you're overcome with a feeling of incomprehension and hopelessness. The pale, creepy man is standing on the street, smiling. He's holding someone's decapitated head in a helmet. It's the head of a soldier, his face frozen in a terrified grimace. You're not sure what scared him more, the pale visitor or his own impending death. I think those two things are the same thing. The entire squad of soldiers that arrived yesterday is dead. Looks like there was a massacre out there. Bodies are scattered across the whole street, and one of them is missing its head. That pale, creepy stranger killed them all? Outlook is pointing to yes. You fucker. Alright. Good evening. I'm from FEMA. We're making house calls around your neighborhood, checking in with the residents. Why should I trust you? I can show you my credentials if it'll put you at ease. Anyway, visitors rarely move in groups, maybe even never. How are you going to help us? Our first order of business is collecting more data to send to FEMA HQ. Once we do, we'll be able to develop a suitable response procedure. Right now, you just need to stay calm. So what happens next? I'll take one person. We'll run tests to make sure they're okay and determine if it's safe for them to continue living in the area. We'll verify that they're human too, of course. Do I need to pack? Is this your house? Then no. Stay with the other residents. If you need to evacuate, we'll let you know. We'll take one person to be on our way. No, long man. Have a good night. Wow, you just get, it's just like that. You just get no control. The FEMA part of the game is fucking agonizing. Hello? The heat doesn't bother me. I'm just looking for a quiet place to rest. That's not a good sign that you're just like, I'm fine. I can just ignore the sun. I feel like she just is admitting she's a visitor. She was last time. Might I find some peace in your home? How long have you been looking? I've never once found peace. So a long time. Take off your jacket. No. You don't have to let me in. I'll leave. I won't beg. I won't bother you any longer. You should leave. I understand. Goodbye then. I can see your hands are stained with gunpowder. Could you shoot me? Right. I'm sure you don't want to waste the bullets. Goodbye. What? Just straight up asks you to shoot them. Oh, hi. Let me in. That's interesting. Didn't she get taken by the first FEMA person last time? Did the order of events change? What happened? They killed my daddy. Why did they do that? I don't know. They were just sitting with daddy in the kitchen, and they did something, and then they set the house on fire. When I ran away, I could hear them laughing. Come in. You'll help me? I'm scared. Ugh. Ah. Ah. Hi. You open or not? Do you know the bald man? Too many questions. Yes, I know. How will help you? How did you find my house? Sea City? Lived there. Saw your house. Walk over here. Not hot here. Did someone send you here? Don't think so. Why matter? I don't think you're human. So what? Want to see me dance? Maybe I dance. I'm Ballerina. Well, you decide. What we do. Straight up just being like, so what if I'm not human? What? The cat never did anything either. I don't know what the point of the cat was. I don't know about this one. You should leave. Look at Kitty. Think again. Go to hell already. You find Kitty under house. Small gift from me. Do you get the cat anyway? Can I get under there at some point? I don't know what I'm doing, man. Good afternoon. You are watching the news. Due to a sharp increase in suspected visitor sightings, FEMA has announced that it is enacting new protection measures. Effective immediately, a full quarantine will be enforced across all major population areas. Travel outside your city or to nearby villages is strictly prohibited. Please stay within your designated area. In addition, FEMA has revealed a new visitor identification procedure: hairless armpits. FEMA reports that visitors have no visible hair in this area, making it a useful identification tool. The agency is asking citizens to bear with the tests and comply with escorts to quarantine zones. That's all for now. Stay calm and don't leave the house during the day. Next up, a report on what you can do if you spot a visitor. FEMA suggests that the visitor phenomenon may be infectious or pose a thus far undisclosed biological threat. For this reason, it's critical to report any potential visitors and isolate them immediately. If you can't hand over a visitor to a quarantine zone right away, issue them a special request to appear before FEMA. During the next collection round, an employee will take in anyone who has this paper for examination. That's all for now. That's dark in its own way. You can shoot people, or if you suspect somebody or just don't like somebody, you can make them the priority person that gets picked up, which is like a keeping your hands clean, but you're still just as guilty sort of way of getting rid of somebody. Since now that we played the game, we know that like no one ever comes back, and it really feels like everyone you send there just dies. Feeling lonely? Anxious? Got no one to talk to? Then the phone roulette is just what you need. Call us now on 891-533. We'll connect you with the perfect conversation partner. There was no somebody died notification this time, so that's good. That seems to verify that the person who killed that person was the visitor I caught, which means that seemingly a visitor might kill somebody the night they arrive. They might not even wait a fair amount of gameplay time. Because in gameplay terms, you would think, oh, you let visitors in at night, and then the death is announced in the morning. But you would hope that a visitor doesn't kill somebody until they're there for a full day, because then you have the chance to at least inspect them. But I don't think this game cares about that kind of fairness. Just gonna call this phone number every day. Yay! Kombucha, cat food, Energetica, coffee. Thank you, your order has been accepted. Please. Should not be able to call our neighbor. Yep, invalid number. Phone roulette. Hello, you've reached phone roulette. We'll connect you with your perfect conversation partner shortly. Please hold. Hi? Hello? Hello? Hello. I need to talk to someone. So much has happened recently. I tried reaching out to friends and people I know, but nobody answers. Then I found out about a phone roulette. Maybe it's not the best place for me to be pouring my heart out, but I don't have much of a choice. I know it's not right to burden a stranger with my problems, but you have no idea how much just talking to someone will help me. It would make me feel so much better. Would you mind listening to me? Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you. I think it might be easier if I tell you a little about myself. Anything in particular you'd like to know? You said your friends wouldn't answer? I'd love to try calling them again, but I don't know how. When the cataclysm started, I decided to leave my hometown, fly as far as possible from the heat. I promised everyone I'd call regularly, check in with each one of them and see how they're doing. When I got here, I couldn't reach them. Later, I found out why. Their phone lines had been cut. The whole city was cut off from the rest of the world. Now I'm here, safe, but all my friends. The thought of never seeing those I care about again terrifies me. I miss the quiet days, when life felt simple and the future was something to look forward to. Why'd you go alone? I didn't want to, but my best friend actually wanted to come with me, but he couldn't. He didn't have the papers to travel. When the cataclysm hit, getting them just became impossible. He was so crushed, he regretted not getting them sooner. I wanted to help him, but I didn't know how. I think he was in love with me, you know. He cared about me so much. Always supportive, always ready to listen. Eventually I realized we liked each other. I wanted him to confess his feelings first, but I guess he just couldn't find the right moment. And then the cataclysm started, and there wasn't any time for that anymore. I regret not telling him first. Well, you know a little bit about me. Now it's your turn. I don't even know where to start. Don't worry, there's nothing wrong with talking about yourself. Well, I don't have anyone I'd consider close. My father, I hated him. And one day I stopped being his son. Now all I have is this damn house. I'm sorry. It sounds like you're not too thrilled about the house ending up with you. It would have been better if it had burned down. I can't possibly imagine how much you hate your father if you want the house to burn down. Hey, thanks again for talking to me. Goodbye. And stay strong, okay? Well, it's a weird house. There's a little entryway with the chair, and then the body of it is just a hallway. It feels like an apartment situation, like these are all different people's rooms, which is what the game is structured like. But yeah, it's wild. There's not, like, I guess this is the common area. You have to come all the way in here and come through this door, otherwise it's just a hallway. It's a pretty chunky hallway too. Like, it's really wide, so it's a lot of square footage is wasted kind of on this hallway that is just a way of getting to the other rooms. There isn't really like a living room in like the normal accessible way. Like, it feels like you're coming too far into a stranger's house to get to the room that you would like to spend time in. I guess it's called the office? Yeah. The game calls it the office, even though there's not really like a desk or anything that I would think of as office-y. I want my mommy. Tell me what happened. I don't know. They came in and started talking, and Dad said they were wrong, and then they said, Daddy, Daddy. Okay, just rest for now. The girl calls out to her father nonstop. There's no end in sight for her hysterics. I imagine that what happened was what he said would happen, which is that he died to protect his daughter, because the female is going to take her next. Which we don't really have any reason to think is actually a sign that she's a visitor. But my gut reaction to horror makes me think that she'd be a visitor, because that would be like the way to put things, to really twist them up. I don't get to see any more Longman storyline, because he's gone again. Is that everyone that I have right now? Yeah, they took Longman and I gained one person. So I think we are in fact down to just the little girl and the alien, I guess. I want my mommy. I need to test you. What do you want to check? Teeth. My teeth? You want me to show you my teeth? Why? I still have some baby teeth, Dad said. I'm not gonna cry anymore. Yeah, young person, messy teeth. Here they are. What does it mean? Everything okay? Hands. I cut my own nails already. I'm not very good at it yet. See? Extremely normal hands. Those are the most normal hands I've ever seen in this game, actually. Pretty nice, right? I trimmed them all by myself. I did it myself. I'm gonna go. I want to be alone. Do you think what's happening has some sacred meaning? Human, tell me. Why did I explain all of this to you, spoon-feed you every last tiny detail, just for you to ask me the same exact fucking question? It seems I was wrong about you. You are truly beamless. You can't understand the heart of our transpirings at all. Fuck, I'd kill for a cold one. It's so back and forth between his insane alien religious dialogue and then just his alcoholism. It's so abrupt. Have you perhaps a yeasty offering, human? Sure. Ah, thank the sun. That's the good stuff. A dark lager. My favorite. Lager. I think I said lager. It reminds me of hanging out at the bar with my friends. Great conversations, cold pints, couple of snacks and dips. And the sullen face of that scrawny guy who always stared at us disapprovingly. Well, no reason to get upset. You may be stupid, human, but at least you're kind. Let me give you a little thank you gift. Take this. An energetica. Ooh. May the holy sun have mercy on your soul. Oh, you puke? Jesus, man, it was one beer. Are you okay? Animations are so startling in this game because they basically never happen, and half the times that they do happen, someone dies. Is he alive? Is he alive? Did he just die? I got an achievement. What's that smell? Someone puked here? That doesn't specify if he's alive or not. 12% of players get this one. Damn. 35% of people get the ending I got. But only 12% of people give this guy a beer, apparently. So he's just probably kind of rare. Okay, well, Energecker will come in handy later, I think. I don't think I need the energy right now because we have so few people. I hope he's alive. Otherwise I have one person left. I guess I'll check all of her traits now because then I don't have to check them later. Can I look at my eyes? Will you see what I'm thinking about? In that case, I'll make sure to think really carefully, don't worry. No traits at all. I guess this is technically rapid eye movement, a later trait, if at best, which seems like the fakest trait of all. Like, what do they even mean? Why do you look like that? Did you see? I want a drink. Armpits. So what do I have to do? You look at her and realize this is overkill. You just want to know how I am? I'm really tired. Can I play by myself now? Yeah, even the game is like, you're looking at this person too much. You're trying too hard to inspect the girl. Listen, I don't have any other people to spend the energy on, and I'm just trying to succeed, but I also feel bad about all the things I'm doing in the game, and that's just, you're just stuck in that. You're just stuck in it the whole time. Yay! Video games are fun. I play video games for fun.